Well, good morning, y'all. My name is Cameron, and for the next 3 days, I'm going to be staying at this beautiful beach house here in Crystal Beach, Texas, and hopefully catching some big old fish from right down there on the beach. The goal of this video is to show y'all what a vacation here on the upper Texas coast can look like. Before we get into it though, I think I need to go ahead and take a walk over to the beach, check out the water, and see what the fishing conditions are like. So y'all stick with it, stay tuned. Thanks for clicking on the video, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Check this out, y'all. This neighborhood actually has its own private beach access right here. A little boardwalk going over. Take a look at this. I am actually one of the only people on the beach right now, which I absolutely love. Very, very empty this morning. Let's go take a look at the water. Oh yeah, that water is getting chilly, y'all. Winter is coming. That wind is kicking this morning and it's coming from the southwest, so it's kind of churning up the water. It's supposed to die out later in the day, but the good news is the fish are still out here. They still got to eat, and especially those big old bull reds, they do not care. Actually, they may prefer this churned up water. A lot of times we catch a lot of bull reds whenever the surf is a little rough. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to head back to the house, which is actually right there. That is the Seaside Sunrise vacation house or rental house here on the Bolivar Peninsula. I'm gonna show y'all that house in a little bit, tell y'all everything about it because it's absolutely stunning and a great place to come stay. But for right now, I'm gonna head back. I'm going to grab all my fishing rods and my fishing gear, and then we're gonna get to it because it's just burning daylight at this point. I'll see y'all in just a minute. All right, so I just got down here to the beach. I'm getting ready to fish, getting all my gear set up. But real quick, I wanted to go over the rod and reel and then the rig. So I'm just using a big old surf rod. We are gonna be going for redfish, whether it's slot redfish or bull redfish, I don't care. I'll take either of them. But this big old surf rod is a 10-foot pin carnage, and I have that paired with a, almost hit myself in the eye with the spider weight. But I have that paired with a Pin Battle 6,000 size, and then I just have 50-pound braid on here, and then a bull red leader that I picked up from the store. You can make these yourself, but I just went the easy route and picked one up for like $6 or $7. And as you can see, it's just some real heavy monofilament, a clip to attach your weight, and then a big old circle hook at the very end. And then for the bait, I did not bring any bait besides crabs. So take a look. I got some big old blue crabs right here. They're sleeping right now because I've had them on ice, but they are still alive. I was planning on catching some mullet in the surf, but unfortunately I'm not seeing any. So we're gonna hook up some crabs, drone them way out there, and then while those are out there, I did bring my ghost shrimp pump. So I'm gonna go try to pump some of those holes, and we'll see if we can catch some fresh whiting to put out on another rod, and we'll have a different spread of baits. So let's go ahead and get right to it. I'm gonna show you how I like to prepare my crab to hook up. So we're using half a crab. And all I'm gonna do is take a knife. You can use some big old scissors or whatever, but just take a knife right down the middle, all the way through, and then push it down. Same thing, back the other way. And that's two beautiful baits right here. I'll show you how to put it on the hook now. Take my big old circle hook, run it through the swimmer right here. You can go out a leg or out the shell. We'll go out a leg. Boom. And I know people are going to say that you don't need to be using big circle hooks like this, and that's very true. You do not need a hook this big for bull reds. The reason I like the big hooks is specifically for this bait, for crab. I've missed a lot of fish when my hook is too small when I'm using crab. They just can't seem to get around it and crunch that crab. So I use a bigger hook so it's exposed, and that seems to work. Now we're gonna fly it out. So we got the Swell Pro Fisherman Max drone set up here. I'm gonna be flying this bait about 200 to 220 yards out into the surf. This is a sweet spot that I've been dropping all my baits at this year, and it's been producing, so I'm gonna keep on doing it. We got shirtless Mike over here with the assist. He's holding the line on the reel to keep it tight as it goes out. I don't like to do it with the drag because I don't want to burn my drag. So, you ready? So I like to have somebody hold the reel.
Aircraft.
Okay, we're gonna launch the drone. And we have a lot of current coming from the west, from the right over here, southwest. So I'm gonna fly this bait kind of up into the current, and that should help it stick. If I fly it straight out, I feel like it'll drift down before it gets set. I'm gonna go for the drop, then I'm gonna return the drone to home. I'm gonna get this rod set. So reeling all that slack. Feels like it's stuck to me. Yep. And I'm gonna loosen the drag, place it in the rod holder. I'm gonna set this drag so it's light enough that a fish can pull it out, so the whole rod holder and whole rod doesn't get yanked out, but tight enough that the waves and current can't pull any line. Now what we gotta do is get our other rods out, and from there it's a waiting game. All right, y'all, we're on here. This rod just doubled over. We got one. Man, it took a lot of line, took a big old run. Feels like a pretty heavy fish. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Oh man, this is a heavy fish. I'm playing him with pretty tight drag, and he is going the other way. And this is the fun part. Now we have a 215 yard fight ahead of us. Is he still on there? Came off. No, he's on there. He's on there, but I could feel the weight dragging. Oh yeah, he's on there. It had to be. I literally could feel the weight like bouncing, like when they come off. Yeah, he's just swimming in, I think. Oh, he's going to the right. Oh man, I thought this fish came off for a minute. I could feel that spider weight bump in the bottom, which usually you don't feel whenever you have a fish hooked up, but it's really heavy. I think he was just swimming straight in towards the beach. Oh yeah, he's on here. Oh, right on that sandbar. You don't like it. Getting shallow. Knows he's in trouble now. Oh, look at that. He's right there. Look at his tail. Big old tail on this guy. Woo! Oh, this is a big old bull red. Oh, he's running. I'm gonna try to surf him in, and you can just grab the leader if he's hooked good and just drag him on the beach. But he's still got some fight in him. He ain't done. Guys, where we are down here on the beach, it's a pretty steep drop off. So this first gut's real deep. Boom, that's a big bull red. Man, that one's big. It's a pretty steep drop off right here though, y'all. So when they get up shallow, they still have a lot of water depth to fight in. Let's go take a look at this guy. Another big old bull red. I usually don't measure these guys. I'm gonna get a measurement on this one just because I'm curious to know roughly what size they are. From nose to tail, that is a 43-inch bull red right there. That's a big one. Now check out that big old 43-inch bull red right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get a picture, then get a release on this guy. We're gonna get some more baits out. There's a good bite happening right now. Whoa, he's ready to go. One more good kick and I'm gonna let him go. There he goes. All right, nice. Bull red number 2 on the day. The first one y'all did not see because I actually had my dad catch that one and the camera was charging in the car. But we're all set up and ready now, and it's time to start flying out baits and seeing how many we can put on the sand. Let's get to it. All right, now that I got my 2 rods out with crab, I'm gonna go ahead and pump some ghost shrimp. So I've got my homemade ghost shrimp pump right here. Make this for like 25 bucks out of PVC. It takes like 30 minutes to make, and it saves you a ton of money on bait. Not to mention, ghost shrimp are amazing bait. However, if you do plan on using them, I recommend using what they call bait elastic, which is basically just a stretchy thread. Helps keep your bait on the hook because they are very soft. Now what we're looking for is these little holes, like these right here. That is a ghost shrimp hole. They're littered all up and down the beach. And all you're gonna do is put the pump over it, push down, or you pull the plunger with the other hand, and dump it. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Not every hole is gonna have one, but usually they're down in there. It's best to do this at low tide, but for some reason the tide is being weird. It's supposed to be like right at low tide or going out, but it seems to have already flipped and it's starting to come back in. As the tide comes in, the holes get harder to find because the ghost shrimp live like right at that tide line, right in this wet sand, so it gets covered. There's one right there. Take a look at that. That ugly little creature is called a ghost shrimp. Kind of looks like a mantis shrimp. And these guys actually have a limit. You can catch 20 per day. But they are an amazing bait. And free bait too. So I'm gonna toss this guy in the bucket and keep on looking for some more. There's a big old jumbo one. Check this guy out. That is a monster ghost shrimp. That's gonna be a good bait right there. There's one. Big old jumbo. Our rod right here, I believe, is getting bit. Either that or there's some seaweed. Now look at it. Might be some seaweed stuck in the line down in a wave. Could be seaweed, you never know. I think with this incoming tide, there's some seaweed pushing in as well. I noticed there was a seaweed line up on the beach earlier. So hopefully it'll push in and then it'll get out of the way and we can get back to fishing in a couple hours. I'm gonna leave the rods out, but it's gonna get pretty tough if there's a lot of seaweed, so hopefully it rolls on by. So to rig up a ghost shrimp, what I like to do is just take a little circle hook and run it from the tail all the way up to the head. These things are super soft, so most likely they're gonna come off, but just thread it on like that, and that's gonna give you the best bet of it staying on without bait elastic. And all I'm using here is just a single drop rig, a little pyramid weight at the bottom, 20 or 30 pound leader, and then my hook off to the side. And I just cast this super close Those whiting that you're looking for are usually right here in the first gut. So boom, right out there, 15, 20 yards off the beach, put it in the rod holder. Looking pretty slack. Oh, we do, there we go. A whiting, check that out. Now that is a little guy, but that should be big enough for a bull red. And I'm trying to keep these guys alive, so I'm gonna go throw them in my bait box, and we'll try to get a couple more. With the incoming tide, all the seaweed is getting pushed up on the beach, and our lines are just getting caught all in it and dragged way down with the current. I figured I'll try to catch some bait, we'll give it a break, and then I'll come back out here this afternoon and see if I can get back on the bull reds. But y'all don't go anywhere, because real quick, I do want to take you up to this awesome beach house up here, and I want to show y'all it and give y'all a full tour. So I'll see y'all at the house. So real quick, I wanted to give y'all a walkthrough of this house that we're staying in, and then we'll get back to fishing. So this is the Seaside Sunrise Vacation House down here on Crystal Beach, Texas. You can find it on bolivarvacations.com, and I'm just gonna show y'all how awesome this place is. As we go up under, you can see it's huge under here. Just a giant bottom floor. You have the little bar area, outdoor TV, bunch of seating, picnic table, swings, more swings, just tons of room. A great spot to have the whole family, the extended family, plenty of room for everyone to move around. We got the hot tub over here, which is awesome. Ping pong table, games, all sort of outdoor games, all of your beach stuff for the kids. Little mini fridge out here and a grill in the back, because you know whenever you're staying on vacation, you gotta eat good. And then we have an outdoor shower, which is always nice whenever you come back from the beach. Now let's go ahead, and I'm gonna take y'all upstairs and show y'all the porch and the inside. And real quick, because I almost forgot, check out this awesome outdoor fire pit. Imagine sitting here hanging out around a campfire looking at the beach. Let's head upstairs. So first and foremost, check out how big this patio is. It's like a double wide patio. Once again, plenty of seats, and it's also wrapped around the whole house. But check out, plenty of seating up here as well. You can have dinner out here on the porch while overlooking the beach. Plenty of chairs for your morning coffee. Some rockers right here. Some day beds to lay out on. Get your tan on or whatnot. And then another sitting area. And of course, what most people come to the beach for is the view. Nothing obstructing that view right there. Just beautiful, wide open Gulf. Check that out. I'm gonna go ahead and take y'all inside and show you just how nice the interior of this house is. So as soon as you walk in the front door off the upper porch, you are greeted with this big old living room right here. Definitely plan on taking some good naps on this couch while we're here. And then straight to the left, we have the giant kitchen. And you can't tell me there wouldn't be some awesome catch and cooks going down right here. But just take a look at this place. And now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the bedrooms. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath house, and it is unbelievable. Y'all check this out. So we'll go over here first into what I think is one of the coolest rooms, which is the bunk room right here. So if you're bringing the family, you're bringing the kids or whatever, you got 4 nice beds in here. And then we move over to this room, a nice queen bed. And then on this side of the house, there is the bathroom right here. And then I'll take y'all to the other side of the house. We're gonna go into the secondary. So as y'all can see, another queen bed, bunk beds, nice desk here, and of course the private bathroom in this room. And this house does sleep up to 14 people. And as y'all can already see, I mean, there's tons of room. I'll take y'all to the master now. You have a big old king bed here. And of course, the master bathroom. As y'all can see, nice big old shower, double sinks. This is awesome. And just like the living room, another amazing view right out into the Gulf. Check that out. We're gonna be fishing right out there in just a few hours. So that is the walkthrough of the house right there. As y'all can see, I'm absolutely blown away. Outdoor shower, bar area, hot tub, it's got everything. Let's head down there and get to it. All right, y'all, well, it is a few hours later. It's the afternoon right now, it's about 5:30. I got about an hour and a half to fish until dark. It gets dark early this time of year, but we are back out here on the beach. I'm gonna get the rods set up and I'm gonna drone some baits out. We're gonna be using crab again this afternoon. The tide is up, as you can see from behind me, but I'm not seeing much seaweed, so hopefully there's not a lot in the water. We've just been hanging out, enjoying the house for the day, chilling, but now it's time to get to fishing with this sunset bite. And also, if you can see behind me, that up there is what looks to be a big old thunderstorm getting closer and closer. So maybe that'll make the bite go crazy. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Y'all stick with it, stay tuned. Let's see if we can get on a nice evening bite. Yo, I just dropped this rod like not even, there we go. I just dropped this rod like not even 2 minutes ago and the drone just landed and I'm hooked up here. That was probably the quickest bite I've ever seen. It's fighting very strange. It's just head shakes, but it does not feel heavy at all. Now he might not know he's hooked yet, so we'll find out. Just because of how little this thing is fighting, if I hadn't dropped a big chunk of crab, I would assume it was a gaff top. But I mean, it was a pretty big chunk of crab. I just feel so many head shakes. There it goes. Now it finally knows it's hooked. It is right there on that sandbar. I just saw its tail come up. Man, I just reeled that fish in over 100 yards and it was just like nothing. I don't think this is gonna be a very big one. It's a little bull red. There we go, y'all. About a 34, 35 incher. Nothing crazy. And there we go. Another nice fish. Smallest one of the day, but still a fun fish to catch. Let's go ahead and get a release. All right, here we go. Whoa, this guy's ready to go. I mean, I had him out of the water for like 20 seconds. Wrong way, buddy. Where is he? I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and try to catch another one. Out we go. 215 yards, baby. Straight to the honey hole. There we go, guys. Hooked up again. There we go. That was another one. Just got dropped. So we must be in a hot bite window right now. I don't know if it's from that storm. This one is big. I don't know if it's from that storm moving in from the left that has to do with it, maybe a pressure change, or if it's just time of day. But they're definitely in a hot bite right now. He's charging the beach. And this one's running straight towards me. Don't even gotta pump it, just crank, crank, crank. I'm not even sure if there's still seaweed in the water like there was earlier, but right now the bite's so quick it doesn't even matter. There's not even time for seaweed to get on the line. There he goes. Just hit that sandbar. Just like they always do, man. These things are so predictable. They'll fight right when they hit, and they slide in, and as soon as they feel that shallow water, see that sandbar, they lose it. Oh yeah, this one feels way bigger than the last one. Man, that's the beautiful thing about the bull red run and all these reds out here. Or really just fishing the ocean in general, or the beach in general. You never know if you're hooking into a 30-inch bull red, or if it's gonna be the 50-inch fish of a lifetime. Just came up. Ain't done yet. It's a pretty nice one. Bigger than the last for sure. Still not a monster though. Oh yeah, way bigger than the last one. Boom. Another big old bull red right there. Circle hook right in the corner, right in the bottom of the jaw. Boom. Get a picture and then get a release. We're gonna see if we can keep the ball rolling here. All right, get him a little bit deeper before I push him off. Ready, bud? Boom. Go, 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 go. There we go, nice solid release. All right, it is going crazy right now. That's 2 bull reds in about 10 minutes. Like I said, I'm gonna keep on getting baits, keep on flying them out. This drone is a game changer. Whew, to be able to get a bait way out there in like 3 or 4 minutes that's the real deal right there. So let's keep it going. All right, while the bite is going crazy, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these whiting. Oh, I thought they were alive. They died in my bait well. Son of a gun, the bait box died. All right, I take that back. We're gonna keep on using crab. I may cut one of those up in a minute and get out there, but right now, I'm gonna use another blue crab. If you got them, use them. All right. Both the rods rigged back up with bait. Big old piece of blue crab, check that out. Let's go ahead and fly both of these out again. All right, forward. All right, send another bait out. And as always, guys, if you're interested in any of the gear, I always get questions in the comments about the rods, the reels, all that stuff, and the drone as well. I have a discount code for most stuff. So I have a nice discount code for the drone that will save you a big chunk of change. I'll have that link down below. If you're interested, feel free to check it out. I highly recommend them. All right, Both rods have been droned out, got the drag set, and now we wait and let's see how long it takes to get bit. Hopefully we can get bit pretty soon here and land another bull redfish. Y'all, this one just bounced straight back. I got a bad feeling that it got cut. I was watching it and it just came straight up and down. Well, there goes an 8-ounce weight of bull red leader and who knows how much line. That's not uncommon to happen when you're using braid out here. Usually that happens for 2 reasons. One, either it's rubbing on a sandbar, which I don't think it is because it's a pretty tall rod and I had it not crazy far out, or the other reason is because a shark swims through the line. I just spooled it up yesterday before I came down here to the beach. We got cut. That really sucks. I think I lost about 40 or 50 yards there. That's all right though. I'm gonna rig back up and we're gonna fly this one out. I'm just gonna have to fly it a little bit closer. Probably put it about 150, 160 yards instead of 210. Well, I guess we were just super lucky with those first 2 fish because it's been about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. And just as I was saying that, what are the odds? We just dropped this one. I just rebaited it and dropped it. Got him. What are the odds of that? As I was talking. Lots of head shakes. What I was gonna say was I've not gotten a bite in like an hour and a half. And I actually reeled in both rods and redid them. And I just dropped this bait. I mean, the drone just landed once again. The other rod I put in a little bit closer, so we'll see if that one gets bit. I dropped it at about 140 yards, and this one I put back at 230. An immediate bite. Wow. Woo, this is a big one. This one is mad, and he is heavy. And check it out, guys. We got this beautiful sunset behind us. Not a good sign whenever you got a thunderstorm coming on the beach, but it does make for an amazing sunset. I don't think you could ask for a prettier end to the day. Oh, this guy's running towards me. Caught up to him. All right, here's the fish right here. Surfing him on that wave. Oh! Let's go get this big old bull red. Check that out. Take a look. That is a perfect bull red right there. Let's go. It's probably a nice like 38 incher. Just a beautiful specimen. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that hook out of his mouth. We're gonna get a picture with this awesome sunset and get a release, and hopefully he'll can do another one before it gets too dark. All right, he gives me a good kick, I'm gonna let him go. Turn this way, go. Boom. There we go. All right, that is bull red number 5 on the day. Number 3 for me this afternoon. Not too bad for an hour and a half of fishing. It's not over yet though. I have a little bit of light, so I'm gonna go ahead and fire another bait. See if we can catch one more before the night's over. All right, I'm not sure if y'all can see, but this rod is slack. Oh yeah, another one. Well, I know it looks dark, but that's because the sun set super quick, but it's seriously been about 5 minutes since I flew this bait back out, and this one was completely slack, and there's a fish on here. And the mosquitoes have came out in full force. It's been windy, blowing like 15 miles an hour all day, and all of a sudden the wind just kind of died out to about 8 or 9, and yeah, we're covered up. So this is gonna be the last fish, then we're heading back. And you guys, I apologize for the wind noise today. Y'all just heard me say it's been windy, and yeah, the camera's been picking it up. The GoPro has been picking up the wind noise, but that's just how it is. Hope it hasn't been too bad. Big guy, heavy one. Woo hoo hoo! That's what I'm talking about. I've been cranking on this thing like a crazy man. It can't be that much farther out. Trying to horse him in so I can get off here before I get carried away by these big old mosquitoes. The mosquitoes are gonna drone me out and drop me for bait. Oh man, he has to be right here on the sandbar. I've got most of the line back on this spool, so he can't be more than 30, 40 yards out. Oh, come on, bro. Not the time. He's taking line back. Woo, swatting him off. It's the hardest fighting one of the day. I think I see him. Yeah. Oh, man, that lining was bright. Come on, get in here. What is going on? There's like another line behind him or something weird going on. Well, this is a big old bull red. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure if I'm caught in my other line or if I have the one that I broke off earlier. But there's another piece of line coming off of this guy, going way out into the water. I don't know what's going on, but y'all check out. Woo, check out this big old one right here. Once again, a nice quality fish. All right, I'm gonna hurry up, get the hook out, get it released. No time for pictures. Y'all can probably see the mosquitoes in the light. It's terrible. All right, y'all. Well, good morning. Welcome back to another beautiful day here on the upper Texas coast. And today is quite a bit different than yesterday. If you can't tell, I'm wearing a hoodie and some sweatpants. And that is because we had a cool front roll in last night. And it is about 67 degrees and blowing like 20 miles an hour right now from the northeast. So 67 degrees is not too bad, but that wind cuts through you. I think the last thing y'all saw was us on the beach last night just getting carried away by mosquitoes. And the reason for that is because the wind died out to zero, like completely died out for about 20 minutes. And then it did a full 180, switched around to the northeast and started pumping, and it actually started raining. And then we woke up this morning and it's nice and cool. So the plan for today, I'm gonna get out there and do a little bit of fishing. This weather could get those bull reds feeding like crazy, who knows? But I'm gonna give it a little while because, for one, the surf is absolutely pumping right now. Big old rollers coming in, lots of current. I mean, you can see the current going from east to west down the beach. And because that wind is blowing about 17 to 20 this morning, but at like noon or 1, it's projected to die out to around 13, 14, which is manageable. But what we're gonna do now, just enjoy our cup of coffee here on the porch, enjoy the view, and yeah, let this weather take its course, or run its course. I will see y'all in a little while, hopefully down there on that beach, getting hooked into some monster bull reds. Cheers. All right, well, I'm back down here on the beach, and we're gonna be doing a little afternoon fishing session here. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and to be honest with you guys, all day I've just been hanging out at the house, just chilling, because it has been really rough and windy today. I actually came down to the beach earlier this morning, and I put out a bait, and it just drifted all the way down the beach in like 5 minutes with an 8-ounce spiderweight. But the good news is the wind has kind of shifted around, and it's a little bit calmer. It's manageable now. So we're gonna see if we can hook into some big old fish. I have like 2 more crabs, and hopefully those 2 last crabs will catch me at least a few nice bull reds. Y'all stick with it, stay tuned, and let's see what we can hook into this afternoon. All right, so I'm gonna cut up this crab. What in the world is that thing? Was that a tapeworm? Alright. We're gonna fly both of these beautiful chunks out right here. That's definitely gonna get big. Look at that nice yellow inside, all those guts. Woo! The wind is blowing like a solid 18 or 20 out of the east. That drone's compensating for that. We're about 200 yards. All right, bait's dropped, drone's on its way home. Get the trod set. It looks like the weight is holding. We have a pretty big bow in the line because that wind's blowing from the side. So the line's out here, but I dropped the bait up to the left, so it's kind of up in the current, and it looks like it's working. Yeah, it's stuck, so hopefully we'll hook into something pretty soon here. Oh, we're on. There we go, y'all. Oh, this one's running. This was on the short drop. This one was only 160 yards out. And it's been out there for probably, I'd say, about 20 minutes. We are hooked up. Woo! And this just goes to show you, everyone always says it, but redfish do not care about a nasty, rough surf. They love it. Woo! Big old head shakes on this guy. Oh man, he's right here. Oh, we're doubled up, or are we tangled? No, we're doubled up. The other rod just got bit, or either got bit or broke off. It just went completely slack. All right, I gotta leave this one for a second and go reel that one. Hopefully we're not broke off here, but we might be. We're cut off. Well, that sucks. Same thing happened yesterday on my far drop. We got cut off, and now I just got cut off again. So I guess I don't even have a choice, but gosh, that one's about to get pulled out of the rod holder. I was trying to get that other line out of the way so I don't get tangled here. But I guess I don't have a choice now. I guess I'm gonna have to drop both rods close in, because I don't have enough line on that one anymore to drop it way out there. And I lost my rig and my weight again. Son of a gun, surf fishing is expensive, y'all. This fish is right here up shallow. Funny enough, I actually saw some mullet go flying out of the way, jumping out in front of him. But I have not been able to catch any. This might be a really big one. Dude, he's just running down the beach. Yeah, look at that big old fish. Come on. The old backwards hand trick. That's the biggest one of the trip. Oh my goodness. Big old bull red, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Take a look at that. Big old bull red. Definitely the biggest one of the trip. Probably right at it. Probably pushing that 42, 43 inch mark. I'm gonna give it a picture of this guy like always. Got to document it and then get the release. And we still got a good hour or so before the sun goes down, and I got a few more baits. Let's let this girl go live another day and see if we can hook into some bigger ones. Both rods are baited back up and droned back out, and we're gonna see if we can get bit right there. Both of them at 160 yards. Y'all check this out. It's funny, but also kind of scary. This is a reel that I lost all the line on right now. I got cut off, and there's probably like 30 yards of line left on there. I could see the bottom of the spool whenever I was droning it out, and I had to reel back in a little bit. So that's what sucks about getting cut off. You lose line, and then you lose your rig, and you lose your weight. And for me, it's not even the money, the price of the rig and the weight. I just hate that now there's a bait out there with, you know, 100 yards of line attached to it. I always think, like, what if a fish eats it and then it has all that line stuck to it? But hopefully that doesn't happen. I mean, what can you do? I only have one more bait after these two. We'll see if we can catch a few more fish. This rod looks like it just got a bite. It's shaking. See if it'll take it. There we go. I'm gonna say it's on. Oh, and this is one we're almost down to the bottom of the spool here. Boom. Hooked up again. Let's go, baby. Sun is almost down. I got one more piece of bait after this one. But this has been an epic afternoon here on the beach. And just an epic fishing trip this week in general. It's been non-stop action, even in rough conditions. He just came on. No. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I just lost this fish. I felt a little pop whenever I was looking back and I think that was the hook popping out of it. We're not hooked up anymore. Well, I guess that is going to be the one that got away. The good news is, though, I have one last bait, a half of a crab that I actually cut up yesterday. It's been sitting in the bottom of the cooler, getting that nice cooler water all over it. So I guess we'll drone out that last bait, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, I can land one more. But either way, it has been an awesome afternoon out here on the beach, and just an epic week in general, catching bull reds. It has been non-stop action. Hooking up the very last piece of bait here. All right, bait's dropped at 160 yards once again. Just put in the rod holder one last time here. Drag. Here we go. Oh, this rod just got bit here. There it goes. We're on. Boom. I'm on, y'all. Let's go. Big, giant head shakes on this guy. That's what I like to see right there. No better sound to a fisherman than that drag just screaming. Every fish that we've hooked today has been just taking me on a ride down the beach. the current is just so strong. I know I've said that a lot, but it's so strong going left to right here that the fish are just getting swept that way. He's right there. I mean, he's like right here up in the shallow water. There's his tail and a big old weight. Gonna try to surf him in on this wave right here. Let's go. Another nice bull red. Check it out. That's a nice one to end the day. All right. I know y'all guys can probably barely hear me and barely see me, but there we go. One last big old bull red to end the night here. What an incredible afternoon here on the beach. Let's go get a nice healthy release on this big old bull red. Okay, set him here. Boom, swim off. There we go. It's so hard to get like a great release on them because they're just getting swept down, but as soon as I feel a little kick, or a big kick I should say, I'm just pushing them off and praying that they make it out there. But there we go, guys. An incredible little hour and a half, 2 hour fishing session here on the beaches of Bolivar, Texas, Crystal Beach, Texas. You can't ask for much more than this. We've caught a bunch of fish, enjoyed a beautiful sunset. The weather feels great. It's like 75 degrees. And the house we're staying in is right there. Just a few steps away from the beach. And I can promise y'all one thing, that hot tub is going to feel great tonight. I'll see y'all back at the house. Oh yeah, that is gonna feel super good. And I've got to be honest with y'all, I've got a lot to clean up tonight and I am just flat out tired. So I'm gonna go ahead, put the camera down and just enjoy the rest of the evening here at this beautiful Seaside Sunrise vacation house here on Crystal Beach, Texas. I will see y'all in the morning. Well, it is our last day here. We have to check out in just a little while, but I figured I would get up early this morning, catch a sunrise, and just enjoy the beautiful view of the Gulf. And of course, as it always goes, your last day on vacation is always going to be the nicest. The wind is laid down, it's blowing like 7 or 8 out of the southeast, and the surf has just calmed down a whole bunch. And I'm sure there's some big old bull reds out there just begging to be caught. But that's the way it goes. Either way, we have had an amazing time staying here at this house. And if you guys are interested in coming down here and doing the same thing, or just hanging out at the beach and staying at this same house, this is the Seaside Sunrise Vacation Rental here in Crystal Beach, Texas. I will have everything linked down below, and I seriously cannot recommend it enough. It is a 10 out of 10. Just absolutely beautiful. Amazing views, amazing porch at the house, as y'all can see. Huge porch. The interior of the house is stunning. 4-bed, 3-bath house, plenty of room. It sleeps up to 14 people. It's just perfect. It's really the perfect house. And not to mention, the downstairs is giant with the tiki bar and the hot tub, outdoor shower. You really can't ask for much more. So yeah, I will have the link to the house down below, and I highly recommend you guys checking it out. And I just want to give a big thank you to the owner of the house for letting us come down here and stay. I had the family with me this week, and we just had an absolutely great time. With that being said, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, enjoyed seeing all those bull reds get caught. It was tough yesterday with that wind and that current and everything, but we made it happen and ended up getting on quite a bit of fish. Bull reds don't care. Like I always say, they love that rough water. So make sure to get out there. They're still running. Catch yourself some big old giant fish, maybe a fish of a lifetime, and just have a good time enjoying the Texas coast. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you're not already. And if you are, like always, guys, I thank you so very much. Wouldn't be able to do any of this without each and every one of y'all. So seriously, thank y'all so very much for the support. That's it for now, and until next time, peace.